So I want to talk about seeking comfort. Um, when we all have problems in life. We all have burdens, and you want to run to things that kind of numbs your mind or numbs your feelings, so you don't have to keep experiencing the heaviness of your burdens or of your problems. Um, and one of the things I started to turn to as a child because it was easily accessible was food. Um, my mother never had a problem with us eating. We could cook as much as we want. We could eat as much as we want. She got food stamps, so she didn't care. And like we would go to the grocery store and get our own boxes of cereal, our own box of snack cakes, and it was readily available. It wasn't a situation where like at my grandmother's house they closed the kitchen down. Like after a certain hour, you shouldn't even be in there getting a drink of water. But my mom was not like that. We had free reign in the kitchen, and so I developed poor eating habits as a child, and I didn't realize that it was me emotionally coping with my lived experience as a child. It was there. It was readily available. It never told me no. It never scolded me. It never talked back to me. Um, it filled me. It didn't fill me with what I needed, but it filled me. It filled a void, and it left me feeling something other than emptiness. Um, so that poor habit I carried into adulthood, and um, eventually led me to being over 300 pounds uh, with a couple of health problems attached to it. Um, Now, since then, one, well, the health problems really had me seeking comfort elsewhere. So, one of those comforts was smoking. And for a while, I smoked weed and cigarettes, unfortunately. But thankfully, God has gotten rid of both of those comforts for me um, now that I'm rooted in Him. So, none of that stuff truly helped, none of it healed. It just gave me something else to do, something else to preoccupy my mind with, except for the horrendous thoughts that I was always thinking. But as I mentioned before, once I got rooted in God, He slowly took care of all of that for me. And I actually have a testimony about smoking that is another thing that helped me to know God is real. And I'll share there at some point. But I just wanted to talk about what I used to run to versus what I run to now. So no matter how I'm feeling, no matter if I want to talk to God or not, if I want to pray or not, none of that matters. I'm going to Him. Um, because every other avenue I've ever turned to was just detrimental. So I can't. I'm almost to a point where I'll do anything but go back to where I was. And all these vices that I was participating in, they all led down a very dark path. And the only thing I've ever chosen that didn't lead to a dark path was God. So it doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter what I'm going through. It doesn't matter how I feel about Him. I still run to Him because so far in my experience, He's the only one with the answers that I need. And he will lead me to other people. I'm not like saying go to God and abandon humanity, because God uses people, and He's definitely placed people in my life that have helped me in various ways, and I'm thankful for that. But I had to go to Him first in order to understand that He was sending these people to help me.